From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo. The Transportation Safety Board has sent investigators to probe a fatal plane crash in eastern Ontario. Provincial police north of Cornwall say a pilot is dead after two small planes collided in midair in South Glengarry Township yesterday just after 11 a.m. Eyewitness Glenn Finbow shared with CTV News that it was a very upsetting sight.
Just to know that somebody's going to die and you're watching it, it's... I have a hard time sleeping tonight.
A senior TSB investigator on the scene said one plane was able to land safely at Cornwall Airport while the other, a Cessna, lost a wing and crashed in a wooded area. BC Premier David Eby is pledging a future for his province that is based on natural resources. He used his appearance at his NDP's convention in Victoria yesterday to highlight several resource projects in the works. Later, 83% of delegates attending the convention signaled their continued support for Premier Eby by not requesting a leadership review. Some provinces warn that incoming cuts to the number of international student visas will put their colleges and universities in a tighter financial bind.
Provinces are still waiting for details on Ottawa's new immigration targets, but the latest plan slashes the number of student visas in about half to 155,000 next year. Post-secondary institutions across the country have had to slash budgets, partly because of receiving less money from international students. Their tuition tends to be 4 to 5 times higher than tuition paid by their domestic peers. Both BC and Ontario say they plan to work with the post-secondary sector to establish more sustainable funding models. Jason White, The Canadian Press.
And Santa Claus wasn't the only star at the Manitoba Hydro Santa Claus Parade this year. With the CFL Championship game taking place in Winnipeg later today, the coveted Silver Grey Cup was front and center during yesterday's holiday event downtown. Roland and her husband Bob brought their whole family out.
We got 5 kids and the grandchildren, and this was the year we were making it a family event, hoping the Bombers could be here, but we're here just to cheer the CFL on.
The Winnipeg Blue Bombers season ticket holders for over 50 years. They'll still show fans of the Saskatchewan Roughriders and the Montreal Alouettes some Manitoba hospitality as those teams battle for the Grey Cup. Besides football, lots of other stuff is planned. The halftime performer tonight will be American rapper MGK, formerly known as Machine Gun Kelly, for what'll be his first ever performance in Winnipeg. Canadian rock group Our Lady Peace will perform in the kickoff show, and Manitoba's Katie St. Germain will sing the national anthem. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, the last 2 teams standing in the Canadian Football League will duke it out later today for the 112th Grey Cup. The Saskatchewan Roughriders will battle the Montreal Alouettes before a sellout crowd of over 32,000 at Winnipeg's Princess Auto Stadium. The game goes at 6 p.m. Eastern. The kickoff temperature is forecast to be -4. The AFC West leading Broncos host the Kansas City Chiefs in one of 13 games on today's NFL schedule. Other games of interest include the Seattle Seahawks visiting the Los Angeles Rams in a matchup of the 7-2 NFC West co-leaders. And in pro women's soccer, the Vancouver Rise are the inaugural Northern Super League champions. They rallied for a 2-1 comeback win over AFC Toronto yesterday. Vancouver coach Anya Heiner Moeller praised her team's character.
I think Toronto played a really good first half, first of all, but the resilience in this team is just amazing.
From the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.